Getting us underway on this bank holiday Monday morning here on Freedom FM. That's Keen's 2004, number 10. And before Bed Shaped, you were listening to Sean, who will be back with some more of his old school beats next Saturday at 8 p.m. Anyway, good morning to you. It's your friend Feargal here to keep you company on Freedom FM's way too early night cruise. 2 hours of the smoothest romance, relaxing and chill music from the 90s and noughties late night radio done right. And as well as the nostalgic vibes, you'll definitely want to stick around to this hour for our I Know What You Did This Weekend bit. While after 1 a.m, I'm going to get you in on some love slowed down action. Now, if you want to get involved in either of those or just to reach out for a chat, then simply text or WhatsApp me at 086 206 8888. Drop me an email to hello@freedomfm.ie or reach out on social media to me under the handle Voice Actor Fergs on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and of course says.us. But my friends, for now, why don't we dive into the music? Relax your mind, soak in the melodies, and let's make some unforgettable night cruise memories. And we're going to do that in 3, 2, 1. That was an Irish number 1 from January 2000. That's Rise from Gabrielle here on Freedom FM's Way Too Early Night Cruise, where, my friends, I want to turn the spotlight on you because it's now time for our I Know What You Did Last Weekend bit. So whatever you've done so far this weekend or planning to do later on today, be it big or small, thrilling or just plain relaxing, we'd love to hear how your weekend unfolded. Maybe, just maybe, you danced the night away somewhere, got lost in the pages of a good book, or tackling a DIY project that is or perhaps isn't going quite to plan. Whatever you were up to, share your stories, and you know what? We'll read a few of them out on air. And to break the ice, well, I'll go first, shall I? Friday, well, I was a bit of a lazy one. After I finished up work, I parked myself on the couch and caught up with some TV binging. We're talking Mobland and we're talking Andor. On Saturday, well, it was a mix of cheering on Leinster at the European Rugby in the Aviva, after which I headed out for a dinner and some laughs with some friends. As for today, I had a lovely long stroll with the delightful Miss M and the dog up and down and up again all along Dollymount Strand, which I'll be honest was just what the doctor ordered before I came in here to the studio to play a few songs for you. As for later today, well, I'll be honest with you, I've got nothing planned at all. But my friends, this show, it's not about me, it's about you, and it is your turn. We want to know what you got up to over the weekend, so drop me a text or WhatsApp to 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888. We can't wait to hear your tales, big or small. Get in touch and don't leave us hanging. Across Leinster on DAB Plus and around the world on freedomfm.ie, this is The Night Cruise, the home of the best relaxing, romantic and chill songs anywhere on your radio. And it's also where I want to say good morning to Stephen Ryan, who is in the Thurles this morning. You see, over the weekend, Stephen sent me in an email to hello@freedomfm.ie, and he says, without embarrassing her too much, the spicy woman that is my wife, Caitlin Ryan, is celebrating a big birthday on Monday, 5th of May. Can you tell Caitlin that I love her dearly and wish her a very happy birthday with many more wonderful years to come? Well, in that case, have a spicy birthday, Caitlin, and thanks for getting in touch, Stephen. Now, look here, because here's another email, and this one is from Al Sullivan in Newbridge. Virgil says, Al, can you dedicate a song to my personal queen, Jackie Sullivan? It's our 20th wedding anniversary on 5th May. Please tell Jackie thank you for the past 20 years and tell her that I look forward to many more years of wedded bliss. Of course, I can do that for you, Al, and happy wedding anniversary to both you and Jackie for today. Now, my friends, remember, if you have an event you would like to celebrate or person you want mentioned here on Freedom FM, then to be sure of getting that mention on the radio at the correct time on the correct day, all you got to do is send us in an email to hello@freedomfm.ie ahead of time, and we will get your message played out on the radio. That email address again is hello@freedomfm.ie.
I know.
She has a new song out, a duet with 80s icon Billy Idol. But from 2002, that's Avril, and that dreaded end of relationship phrase, it's complicated. And talking of it's Freedom FM's Way Too Early Night Cruise. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. And the good news is you're just in time for our I Know What You Did Last Weekend bit. The part of the morning where we peek into the lives of our brilliant listeners and share what's kept you busy over the past 72 hours. And first up, John Kelly from Derry has been in touch, WhatsApping. Morning, Feargal. I spent the weekend soaking up the sounds of the Derry Jazz Festival. In particular, Una Healy and Luke Thomas were absolutely magic on Friday night. They brought the Great American Songbook to life with classics from Ella Fitzgerald, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, and so many more. It was an unforgettable evening. Well, I tell you, John, that sounds like pure bliss, my kind of weekend, I must say. And I think you've just added the Derry Jazz Festival to my must-do list for next year. Thank you for sharing with us. Now, let's say good evening or good morning even to Fiona O'Donnell from Step Aside in Dublin, whose message, Feargal, my hubby Sean and I spent Sunday at the Helix basking in all the iconic Star Wars scores performed by the RTE Concert Orchestra. Pure goosebumps. So much so, we're now gearing up for a full day of binging on Andor a little bit later on. Fiona, that concert sounds out of this world, and paired with the day of Andor, I'd say that's my kind of weekend. And thank you for taking us on a trip through a galaxy far, far away. So, what about you? What stories do you have to share from the weekend? Whether you danced until dawn, tackled a puzzle that gave you a headache, or simply relaxed with a good cuppa, we want to know. Drop me a text or WhatsApp to 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888, because we've got one more round of Weekend Tales coming up, so don't miss the chance to get involved. It's Freedom FM's Way Too Early Night Cruise, where it's time now for the final round of our I Know What You Did Last Weekend bit, the part of the morning where we share some of your weekend tales to brighten up these early hours. And first up, Paul Butler from Sutton dropped me a WhatsApp saying, Feargal, on Saturday night, my partner Marie and I took our kids John and Kira to Airfield Estate for the Bat Walk. And I'll be honest, Marie and I were a bit apprehensive at first, but the kids loved it, and by the end we were totally hooked too. You know, Paul, when I lived in the UK, bats were everywhere. It was like they were part of the scenery, but I haven't seen too many since I've been back in Dublin, so maybe, just maybe, I'll add the Bat Walk to my to-do list. And thank you for sharing, and it's lovely to hear that the whole family had a great time out on Saturday. And finally for this morning, Kevin Moore is in Cork, and he says on Saturday afternoon, Mary, my better half, and I went to Cypress Avenue for an over 35s early disco. Believe it or not, it was our first disco in nearly 20 years. It was absolutely gas, full of musical memories, and to be honest, I think we'll need the rest of the bank holiday weekend just to recover. Kevin, that sounds absolutely brilliant. There's nothing like revisiting those throwback tracks at full volume now, is there? And I'm glad that you and Mary had a great time. And over 35 discos, definitely get my vote. I'll see you at some in town very soon. Now, before we wrap up this segment, let me say a big thank you to everyone who got in touch with their stories this morning. And remember, you are what makes this show special. So mark your calendars, because I'll be back with another I Know What You Did Last Weekend just after midnight on Monday, 12th of May. Oh, and don't forget to rope your family and friends into listening as well. Now, stay tuned, because coming up in the next hour, it's our Love Slowed Down game.